In this video, I'll show you what to do if your electric razor locks up. See, if I push the button, it's very rattly, and sometimes it'll even lock up. What's causing this to lock up is, see this little cut right out of here, out of the micro screen? The blade will come in here, catch, and it could seize the entire thing up, or it could be really rattly like what you're hearing. You can see that this right here is also starting to break down. We've got two weak spots in the micro screens. Now we'll pull this apart and take a look inside. Now if I try to spin this, you'll see that it catches. So when I go spin it, see this one here will spin no problem. When I try to spin this one, the tooth will actually connect right into that groove and stop it from spinning. And that's why it sounds rattly, or it'll hit that and just lock up the entire razor. A little hole like this can also grab your face, at a pinch. So that is not very comfortable when your micro screen starts to break. A quick solution, if you want to continue using your razor, is to go ahead and just pull out that particular blade, and then you'll have two blades. So you can remove this little piece here. Now with that one blade removed, you can put everything back together. And now when you try turning it on, you can see that it's a lot smoother and it doesn't have that rattle or that lockup. Now I'll show you how to fix or extend the life of this screen with some JB Weld. Now 5-minute epoxy will also work, but the JB Weld is a little stronger. We'll mix up a little bit of A and B of the JB Weld. Make sure that it's well mixed together. Just take your time, wait until it's gray. We'll take one square of toilet paper. We'll pack this toilet paper in really tight so you can see that the JB Weld will not be able to go into or past the other side of the metal. We'll do the same thing to the other side since there's a little break right there. Now we can put our retention clip back in. You can see it's really nice and tight, so we'll be able to put JB Weld right on these little holes. Now with a small screwdriver, you can push that toilet paper in so it's really tight on the other side. Now you can see that the toilet paper is backing everything up, so where the blades are, the JB Weld will not be able to flow into. Now we'll be able to place just a little bit of JB Weld right on that hole. Now you can see that there's just a little bit of JB Weld here and here. Now we're going to take a little bit of plastic and just put it right over top and just give it a little touch. It'll take about 24 hours for this to harden because it's JB Weld, not 5-minute epoxy. Smaller pieces of plastic might work a little bit better if it starts to pull up. Now it's been 24 hours, so we'll go ahead and remove the plastic. It'll peel right up, and you'll see that everything is nice and flat. You can see that that JB Weld is packed very tight into that hole. With some sandpaper or a file, we're just going to knock off some of the burrs. Turn it over, and we'll remove the backer. The toilet paper may stick just a little bit, but we're going to clean it up from the back as well. We'll use the blade itself to crack and clean all of that JB Weld out of there. Spin the blade until you don't feel any catches. It's got to run really smooth. Now if you did want to replace this, there's a little ring that you have to pry up right here. That ring comes out first, and then you can pull out the micro screen. Now there are a couple different micro screens. This is one from an older type razor. This is the one from this razor, and you can see the little ears on either side. Even the old style without the ears will fit the new blades. If you do save the blades from older razors, that old style even fits in the new style. And you could take that same retention ring and put it into place. When you put the retention ring in, just push on these 4 tabs to seat this ring. Now with one microscreen replaced with an old version and the next one replaced or actually repaired with a JB weld, we'll put everything back together. Just make sure that there's no binding when you spin it. If it does bind a little bit, you can go in reverse and that will help take out some of the bind. We'll put in our plastic retention clip. You put it in and push up. Now we can put everything back together and you'll see that it works. Here's the one repaired by the glue. Here's the replacement with the old version, and here's the original blade. So here's an old school razor. It actually has a cord instead of a battery. And you can see I've been replacing these out as they go bad, and I've gotten years out of this. If your Norelco razor gets jammed up or the screens break, that'll give you a few options to keep things running without having to run to the store and grab a new one.